And we're going to begin with Superintendent Wright. Welcome to the committee. You have the floor.
Thank you, committee members, for this opportunity to speak with you today. I was sworn in as an RCMP officer in 1996. My 28-year career that followed was spent policing in the province of British Columbia. In August of this year, I retired from the position of the officer in charge of the Prince George RCMP detachment, a position that I had held for the previous 5 years. For those committee members who may not be familiar with the geography of northern British Columbia, Prince George is a city with a population of approximately 80,000 people. It is far larger than any other municipality in the northern half of the province and is approximately a 6-hour drive from a community of similar size. It's a hub city for goods and services for a large portion of the province. As a result, there is a significant transient population that contributes to social disorder issues. During my policing career, there are 2 public policy issues that I observed to have overarching impacts on the area of social disorder in our communities. The first of those issues was already occurring in the 1990s when I became a police officer. That was the shift towards the treatment of significant mental health issues in the community rather than mental health institutions. Unfortunately, the supports provided in the community were either insufficient or inadequate to properly address the complex mental health needs of many individuals. This contributed to those individuals being involved in criminal activity and incidents of social disorder over the last several decades. The second issue is the decriminalization of hard drugs introduced in the province of British Columbia in 2023. During the first year of decriminalization, complaints of social disorder in the city increased noticeably. It appears to me that many aspects of this policy mirror the failings of mental health policy, as appropriate resources to facilitate treatment are not in place. There is a significant lack of treatment options available, and the majority of initiatives in this area focus primarily on facilitating the use of drugs with little focus on prevention or providing assistance to individuals to get out of the cycle of addiction. Similar to persons with complex mental health needs left on their own in society who are not able to seek out and maintain appropriate care on their own, I've seen very few cases where opioid addicts have made rational decisions to seek treatment to overcome their addiction, as there are many services readily available that actively facilitate drug use, but little focus on treatment. One of the strategies introduced to address opioid addiction is the so-called safe supply of prescribed opioids. The practice of prescribing a quantity of pills for individuals to take away and use at their own discretion is problematic. Many of those prescribed pills are traded or sold into the illicit drug market by individuals who are seeking more potent street drugs. This often occurs outside the door of a pharmacy immediately after the prescribed pills are provided to the individual. Those prescribed pills are often seized alongside quantities of street drugs, such as fentanyl, during police investigations. When I began as a police officer in the 1990s, there was a focus on the 4-pillar drug strategy, consisting of prevention, enforcement, treatment, and harm reduction. It is my experience that now the only pillar of this strategy that's being supported significantly is harm reduction. With decriminalization establishing drug addiction as solely a healthcare matter, it's my observation that the majority of resources have focused on accepting and facilitating drug addiction and the associated behaviors as a social norm, without a focus on preventing and reducing rates of addiction. As a result, it appears to me that the harms of illicit drugs in society have continued to increase. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent Wright.